everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live in the Elgin/Chicagoland area on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST. Yes, we are live in 2 different cities. Get into it. We're also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. That's TheJaimeDeeshow, a real live radio show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all here today. On today's show rundown, we're going to have a conversation on the daily news and then shooting your shot. Yes, shooting your shot. I want to remind everybody who's listening in, whether that's on the YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, or Facebook, and now on the Instagram, you're more than welcome to call in at 847-931-1410. Again, 847-931-1410. And if you're listening in your cars, 847-931-1410 to get in on the conversations we're currently having right now. And if you're not able to call in, you're more than welcome to continue to comment live on the chats. I will acknowledge your comments. We got Kara coming in from Phoenix, Arizona, naturally radiant, a wonderful member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. She is out of Chicago, Illinois. We have everybody else on Instagram right now, fishing for hip-hop management, Mark Music, Breon Hamilton, Miss Pullman. Welcome in, y'all. It's an absolute pleasure to have you guys here. Comment and say hi and let me know where you're tuning in from so that I can acknowledge you live on the radio. For those who are just now listening in, my name is Jaime Dee, and I am your midday magic as coined by Leah, our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful leader here at WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. All right, let's get into some daily news. Now, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the Shannon Sharpe and the Cat Williams interview, but y'all, that interview was insane. Cat Williams went on and bared it all. I mean, went on Faison, went on Ricky Smiley, went in on Steve Harvey. I mean, geez, went in on Wanda Sykes. I was just like, everybody is catching a stray. And some people are catching direct bullets. I was like, gee, Cedric the Entertainer? I was like, wow, Tyler Perry? And I've actually worked with Tyler Perry. Shout out to my uncle Tyler Perry, because I've worked with him. And I ain't gonna say nothing bad about Mr. Perry. That's my uncle right there. Shout out to him. He has definitely employed me several times when I lived in Atlanta, Georgia. So I ain't gonna say nothing bad about Mr. Tyler Perry. Leave that right where it's at. But I'm gonna just say this. Some of the stuff Cat Williams said about a lot of people in the industry is true. I'm going to just say it. It's true. You can see it when you go to their shows. You can see it when you watch past shows. You can see it in past interviews. You can even see it in unreleased clips that they're now releasing on social media. Let me tell y'all, there's a lot of things that happen in the industry. And if you're not in entertainment, if you're not in radio, if you're not in media, if you're not in this industry in general, you're not going to be able to defer what's true and what's not true, because so much of this industry is drama, lies, manipulation, misconceptions, and assumptions. And you think that, okay, well, he sounds very passionate about what he's saying. He must be true. But also, this person over here is very calm about what they're saying, so that must be true. But also, wait, this sounds far-fetched. That may be true, too. You never know. You never know. And let me tell you, we ended off 2023 with people getting blasted and people being outed. And the truth is starting to come out more and more and more. You got the Me Too movement. You have people coming out saying that certain artists like Diddy are doing certain things. Other artists are doing things. Now people are saying, wait till they catch Jay-Z. Listen, I'm not saying that Jay-Z did anything. I'm just repeating what I heard on the social medias, okay? And it's like, oh my gosh, like you literally never know what's happening in this industry. Shoot, even in the world that we live in today. Let's talk about politics. I mean, y'all heard about the guy who was in there doing porn. He was over there creating same-sex porn in a senator's room. I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, like, Woo! There's so much crazy stuff happening. People are gonna people, human are gonna human. And what I will say about this is that I don't know everybody that Cat Williams knows. I've worked with a few people that he's mentioned. I've met a few of the people he's mentioned. I don't know any of them personally, so I can't even speak for any of them. And I can't back up anything that Cat Williams says when it comes to him talking about certain people until, we see it come out and there's proof. And that's why I said some of the stuff is true, because I can back that up because we see it's literally being exposed and some of the stuff he's saying is true. But Jaime Dee is not personally going to have any liable on my end, okay? But let me say this. One thing I can back up that Cat Williams said is that people out there do try to dirty your name. They do try to lie on you. They do try to make up different stories. They do make up all these rumors about how you're on drugs, how you're this, how you're that, how you've been doing this, all to defame you, all to bring you down a notch, all to ruin your reputation. And I know that to be completely true because it happens to everybody. And it's sad when you are doing so good at your job that other people try to bring you down. It'd be the same people who preach there's enough space for everybody. We can all make it, Black power and this, that, and the third. It'd be your own people. And that's so sad. So sad. Just like Naturally Radiant said, you know what, Naturally Radiant? You're not about to have Jay-Z come after me, okay? If y'all want to read what Naturally Radiant said about Jay-Z, y'all better go to the YouTube. She ain't about to have Jay-Z come after me. But I'm going to say this too. Before we go to break, a lot of this stuff happens right in our faces. And I've said this before in my live morning radio show. I'm only speaking to the Black people when I say this right now. We need to sit down and have a conversation on why we sweep so much horrible stuff that our people do to each other under the rug, whether that's in family groups, whether that's in friend groups, whether that's in the media. Rape, manipulation, lies, brainwashing. I mean, what's the other word? I don't know why I'm trying to forget. It's like not molding. Matt, my producer, what's that word when you because I'm forgetting. When somebody tries to like take a young girl and they try to mold them to be what they want them to be. Grooming, yes, thank you, Matt. Grooming, that happen, and I'm not saying that this doesn't happen in other cultures, but I'm talking about Cat Williams, I'm talking about what he's been saying, and I'm talking about how he's saying that Black people came after him, and they're supposed to be the ones who support him the most, and they were the ones who came after him and ruined him the most and tried to blackball him, but God had his back because the devil can never win, and that is insane. I know it to be true, though. We let a lot of stuff slide. And that's why I said, check out what Naturally Radiant said on the YouTube, because there's a lot of stuff she's saying about a lot of people that we literally all know to be true. That was proven right already. But we sweep it under the rug because we like their music. We like their acting. We like what they do. And they've raised us in the media. I'm just saying. Y'all sweep way too much under the rug, and this is why I'm happy that people are stepping up saying we got to stop this right now. We are burning down our own communities. We are hurting each other, and this is not going to get better. All right, guys. It's not going to get better unless we speak up, unless we stand out, unless we actually do something about it. All right, guys. We're going to take a quick break. Naturally Radiant, you better not come down to the radio station because you're not about to get on this mic. Well, actually, you know what? How about you do come down to the radio station? How about you call in 847-931-1410? How about this? I challenge you, Naturally Radiant, to call in and be confident enough to say exactly what you just said on this YouTube live on the radio. Let's see if you're about it. I'm about it. Let's see if you're about it. All right, guys, this is the Jaime Dee Show. I'm gonna be waiting for this call. I'm waiting for this call on a break. This is the Jaime Dee Show. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, more daily news. Live in Chicago, Elgin area. Also live in Las Vegas. Stay tuned.
It's easier than you think for pests to threaten your family's health. Ticks, which spread dangerous diseases, hide in tall grasses and even on your pets. Rodents easily invade your home, contaminate food, and can carry more than 35 diseases. Mosquitoes, which breed in standing water, transmit many diseases. Get the facts you need to protect your family at pestworld.org. It's that easy. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
One of the things we're proud of at WRMN is our connection to the local community. In fact, recently we hosted a fundraiser for a longtime listener, Gene Wheeler, and first shift listener George Rollinson says it turned out perfectly.
Perfection is a moving target. You try to hit that bullseye and you zone in on it. It moves a little to the left and it moves a little to the right. I don't know. I'd say we hit a bullseye. I don't know how that could have been any better.
Working together to make Elgin better. We are WRMN AM 1410, serving the local community since 1949.
If you own or operate a local business, you know that extra advertising and promoting can only help your business grow. But you also know that it can cost you an extra arm and a leg. Here at WRMN, we can promote your business, provide you with advertising, and deliver you new customers absolutely free. For more information about partnering with WRMN at no charge, call our business office during regular business hours at 847-741-7700 and check out our website at WRMN1410.com. For great quality tasting Italian food and pizza, make your destination the Italian Pizza Kitchen on Irving Park in Roselle. The freshest Italian ingredients are used at Italian Pizza Kitchen, where the plentiful pasta dishes are created from old home recipes. Try the piping hot pizza or other favorites like the fall off the bone ribs. Italian Pizza Kitchen has a passion for outstanding food and service. From their family to yours, Bon Appetito. Call 630-582-1900.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast to Coast right here on WRMN 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Newry with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Whether you're working third shift or you're just a night owl, catch the most listened to overnight talk radio program in North America, Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
What's up? Hey, hey. What's up? Hey. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And now live in the Elgin/Chicagoland area on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST. Yes, the Jaime Dee Show is expanding, y'all, and it will continue to expand. Let me tell y'all, can't stop, won't stop. This is the year of the Jaime Dee. This is the year of the Jaime Dee Show. This is the year of my blessings, my positivity, my health, my wealth, ooh, my love life. I'm so excited. This is about to be my year. And there's going to be more years to come after that. It's going to be my year, all right? Okay, now, I done did this live on the air. I challenged/dared Naturally Radiant to call into my live radio show and talk that talk. You know what? I'm going to extend this little conversation just for a little bit before I go into some more daily news, because this is technically daily news. The dang interview came out yesterday, and I'm talking about how we allow a lot of stuff to get swept under the rug in our community, and that's why I'm super happy when there's people like Cat Williams who come out and tell it all. So we got Naturally Radiant on line one. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, can we turn her up a little bit? She's a little low. Naturally Radiant. So before we get into this, you want to go by Naturally Radiant as your alias? You want to put your name on it?
I mean, we can keep Naturally Radiant on it, honey, because that's me. I'm keep it classy all the time.
Okay, keep it classy, never trashy. But I want you to talk that talk. What was you saying on my YouTube?
So what I was saying was, we are not going to pretend, and I'm going to say this as a Jay-Z fan, but we're not going to pretend that he did not have an underage Foxy Brown rapping explicit lyrics when she was 15 years old, and that the industry does not know that he was not messing with her. And we can go back even further to Miss Aaliyah.
Oh, no, we not. Are we going to do it for real?
Oh, yes, we are.
Okay.
Because we're not going to pretend that his good buddy that he distanced himself from, R. Kelly, who married Aaliyah, and then he dated her, and then his friend/brother/partner ended up engaged to her. So let's not act like these adult men have not been doing this for a very long time, and that we just hush it on up because we like their music.
You know what, Naturally Radiant? Naturally about to gag me on my own live morning radio show. It's coming from her mouth, y'all. Not me. But I want to ask you this then. 2 questions. Where are you calling in from, Naturally Radiant?
Sight Sound.
So you're calling in from Chicago. I said Chicago. Chicago, West Side, South Side. What you claiming?
West Side.
West
you
Side,
know.
period. We love to hear it. So you're calling in from the West Side of Chicago, and I want to know this. You know how big Jay-Z, Kanye, Diddy, and R. Kelly were, and sometimes still are, in the Chicagoland area. Why do you think it is that black people still accept this mess, even knowing that this is all happening in our faces?
You trying to open up a bag, honey. This is a whole generational curse. This goes back to our aunties and great aunties who were touched by that cousin, and everybody wanted to hide it, but still accept these people and allow them to come around children. This is nothing new, and they playing in our faces, and we allowing it.
Ooh, you listen, you are not lying. They're playing in our faces. We're allowing it. We're still inviting that drunk uncle to come to the kickback. We're still allowing that touchy cousin to come to the family picnic. You're not lying. But let's talk about this, though. Why is it that even though we see this happening in our faces, when people like Cat Williams comes out and says, y'all, this has been happening, and I'm telling you, it's happening, people still like to defame individuals like him and say, you're a liar, you're wrong, you're on drugs, something's wrong with you.
Because the truth can't come out if he's crazy. They did the same thing to Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
He crazy. He not crazy. He's just not with the BS. And because someone is speaking out against and or trying to protect and not being a puppet, they're crazy. Now, I haven't watched the entire interview. Not going to lie, I'm about an hour into it. However, do I think that there are some solid facts? Yes. Do I think that he put a little 10 on 20 on some of it? Yes. However, some of that stuff, if you think about it and look at it, it lines up. Like the whole Hanging with Mr. Cooper thing that was, quote unquote, stolen by Steve Harvey. And I grew up on that show, so I know what Hanging with Mr. Cooper was, and I know what Steve Harvey show was, and it's basically a replica. So, yes, there's a whole lot of truth in that. But, of course, he's going to be labeled crazy, but he talks about things before they come out, and people cancel him. Then it comes down, they're like, oh, man, Cat was right.
Yep. There's a lot of things that I remember Cat Williams saying as a child that didn't register with me at all. Because Cat Williams has been out for a while. Cat Williams has been out since I was a toddler. So there's a lot of things that he says that he said that I was like, I don't get it. And now that I've gotten older and I'm actually in the industry and I've bumped heads with some of these people, I've shook hands with some of these people, I've broken bread with some of these people, I'm like, he was not lying. He's been telling the truth for a while now.
Pay attention. It's just like what's her name? Jaguar, right? They done took down the baby YouTube channel. But you notice nobody has sued her, nobody has comfort, but she crazy though. But she's talked about all of this stuff with a lot of these artists, and everybody keeps saying she crazy. Oh, she crazy. No, she not crazy. She was there. She saw it.
All right, so I'm actually two more questions. I do get into some more daily news. One question is, what do you think about the Diddy mess?
Just that. It's a mess. These stories have been floating around for a very long time. He got some stuff going on, and there's a reason that people don't mess with him. Follow that good brother 50 Cent, because he's having a field day with it.
You know what makes me laugh about this? There are so many people who are being outed, who have done so many horrific things to men, women and women of age, men and women underage. And I'm just like, dang, man, because I want to work with some of y'all. I've looked up to a lot of y'all. And now it's like, I'm the type of person who cannot remove the artist from the artistry. It comes together in a package to me. Okay. If you did these crazy things, I can't do it. I mean, I've been back in Chicago for about a month now, and the amount of events I've went to where they're still playing R. Kelly, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, I get it. His music was immaculate. He raised a lot of people. With his music, he was there musically for a lot of people's amazing achievements, whether it was graduations, marriages, and so on and so forth. But when you put all the other stuff that he's done to your people, my people, our people out there, it's like, I can't, if I'm going to be about my people, how can I sit here and say, forget your feelings aren't valid, this music is just too good? I can't do it.
But you know what? Here's the thing, though. Like, I can separate the artist from the artistry.
You can?
100%, because,
I
yes.
can't.
And I'm going to tell you why. People keep saying, okay, cancel R. Kelly. I hear you. What he did is disgusting. It's deplorable. I get all of that. But when you say cancel R. Kelly, it's like, do you still listen to B2K? Like people that are millennials. You listen to B2K? Do you still listen to Changing Faces? Do you still listen to JS? Do you still listen to Nivea? Because he wrote a lot of these artists' music.
Okay, pause. Hold on, though. Let me tell you this, because now we're going to get into it. You can't shoot a stray at an innocent person. That's like you saying, hey, Jamie, you've worked with, who have I worked with that's been in the media as a crazy person? For example, they say you've worked with Tyler Perry. I love Mr. Tyler Perry, right? Mm-hmm. I haven't heard anything bad about him yet. So if y'all tell me something bad, we're gonna have a conversation. But that's my uncle right there. That's like you saying, hey, you work with Tyler Perry, so you must be scum too. I don't know what that man does. I don't have that man's number. I hardly even get booked enough with that man. And I don't break bread with that man. So how am I gonna catch a stray because I'm Nivea and R. Kelly wrote a song for me? That don't mean I laid in bed with him. There's a lot of us who collaborate with each other.
That's the point that I'm making. You can't cancel all of his music without, all of these artists who have great bodies of work that he happened to work on.
But it's one thing with playing a Nivea song that was produced and written by R. Kelly. It's another thing to play R. Kelly.
Nope. It's the same thing. It's still his music.
You think
it doesn't matter who's singing it.
You know what, man? You know what? We're going to have a conversation about this. I feel like this is going to be an actual segment. And I know you're probably working. This is why I want to ask you one more question.
Yeah, it's fine. Get on. Finish with the daily news, my dear. I just wanted to call.
No, but real quick, before you go, I want to ask you, what is it that you do career-wise?
So right now, I'm actually a substance abuse program manager.
That's beautiful. And have you ever worked in therapy or counseling or family, anything?
Absolutely. I do individual and I do group. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. And so what I want to ask you, actually, you know what? I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to give you some time to actually promote yourself because this is a new year. We all deserve new jobs. We deserve new money, and we deserve new security. But let me ask you this. We talk about a lot of things in our community, and a lot of times it stays right there in conversation. I want you to actually give somebody some advice on how they can break this generational curse and how they can step up for a family member who is a victim of any of these situations that's being swept under the rug and not being listened to when they come out and speak up about it, like how Cat Williams is.
So I'm going to say this. I am going to say, if you are afraid, find an advocate that can help walk you through. A lot of people are afraid of the backlash, of the re-victimization. Why didn't you say anything? This happened 20 years ago. It doesn't matter. Sometimes people repress those memories, and it takes a certain situation to come up for it to come back on like a ton of bricks. Something can happen to you at 8, 9, 10 years old, and you done put it so far out of your mind, and then you hear a story, and next thing you know, you break down crying.
Yep.
And all of this stuff floods back to you. So what I will say is, stop being afraid of therapy. I'm so happy that I know so many women and young men that are licensed therapists that are doing this work for our community. It doesn't have to be taboo. Talk to somebody. Heal yourself. It's not about forgiving that person. It's about forgiving yourself because most people were young. They were children when things happened to them.
Yep.
That's not your fault. It's not. So people have to work on forgiving themselves in order to get through it because you can't get over it. You got to get through it.
Facts. You know what? I am ringing the bell for you, Naturally Radiant. Thank you so much for that. And like I said, before we go to break, I want to give you the chance to promote yourself. Do you want to tell people if you're looking for a job, if you need a job, if you take any private sessions, anything like that? You want to give yourself that chance? Or you good?
You know what? I can't do private right now because I'm not fully licensed. I am an LPC. I don't have my LCPC yet, but I will be testing for that thing in April. How you doing?
Period.
So that I can get me some coins.
Okay.
But yeah, if anybody's looking for a therapist, honey, get in touch with Jaime Dee, and he can get in touch with me. I have been a licensed therapist for 7 years, and I am looking for work. So holla at you, girl.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much, Natural Radio. I'm ringing the bell for you one more time. I really appreciate you. Hope you get everything you want in 2024. Happy New Year, and thank you so much for calling in to the Jaime Dee Show.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Talk
New
to you
Year.
soon.
Yes. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have some daily news. And then later in the show, we're going to have a conversation about shooting your shot. So don't go anywhere. This is great. We got a caller. We talk about some of my people that I worked with. We got some advice on how to not sweep things under the rug and actually stand up for those who are victims of issues in their families or friend groups or more. All right, guys, live on KSHP, live on WRMN in Las Vegas, in Elgin, the Chicagoland area. We'll be right back. Daily News. Stay tuned.
Sometimes on the First Shift Morning Show, we just want to relax and laugh.
I kind of wish that there was canned applause in my everyday life. That sounds like they're bull
cheer-
riding.
They're cheering you on.
I think this might be the only laughter I have.
Oh, no, that's
No,
not it.
that's not going to work.
Sounds like we're doing stand-up at a nursery, which we would kill that, I might add.
How about this?
Yeah. Great to be here at the PTA meeting. Thanks.
It's the first shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN.
WRMN invites you to tune in twice each week for the popular, entertaining Bell and Company, featuring Mario and his sidekick Livy as they motivate, inspire, and inform us with what's happening in the world. Join the fun Fridays from 6 to 7 and Saturdays at noon following the radio shopping show right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
You can't beat Stanley's Grill and Craft Bar for great pub food, beer, and specials. Their Royal Slot Room is your destination for gaming, only a few steps away from the bar. Stanley's has a private banquet room with capacity for 75, with its own washrooms, jukebox, pinball, and games. Dine al fresco at Stanley's Pavilion outdoor dining area. There's a fireplace and huge TV. Stanley's can also deliver right to your home or other local venue. For catering, visit partywithstan.com.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live in the Elgin/Chicagoland area on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST. Hey, I want you all to know that I will be at the TGI Fridays in Schaumburg, Illinois at the address 1695 East Gulf Road. Again, 1695 East Gulf Road. Hosting my trivia night. Oh, yeah. Tonight from 7:30 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. Again, at the TGI Fridays in the Schaumburg, Illinois area, right across from the mall. Come out. It's going to be lit music. A free game to play. It's totally free to play trivia. Great drink specials because it's TGI Fridays. Everything's cheap as it is already, but they have a happy hour, cheap food, and the prizes are also there as well. Let me tell you, they got $50 certificates. $50 certificates. So you come out, you have a good time, you play some free trivia, you might buy a drink or two, and you might even win $50 that covers all the stuff that you probably bought. So come out, TGI Friday, 1695 East Gulf Road, Schaumburg, Illinois, 60173 from 7:30 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. CST in Schaumburg, Illinois. It's every Thursday. Every Thursday. So come on out. All right, let's get into some daily news. WGN-TV Chicago reported that the state of Illinois is working on a new migrant intake center downtown amid a surge of asylum seekers. As caseworkers process new arrivals, utilizing warm buses at the city's bus landing zone, construction has begun on a new heated tent complex at the site, according to officials with the state. The newly configured intake center will include 6 heated tents and a goal of combining city and state intake operations for a quicker coordination when it comes to newly arrived migrants. Trucks and construction crews were on site Wednesday near South Des Plaines and Polk, where workers unloaded and prepared to erect the heated tents. State officials said the new intake center will connect migrants to essential services and help new arrivals with sponsors or making their way to an alternative final destination. It will open in the next few weeks. Quote, we will continue to assure that they are met with dignity and compassion while we call for increased coordination and funding from the federal government to provide a federal solution to this federal challenge, end quote, Governor J.B. Pritzker said in a press release Monday. New migrant arrivals continue daily at the city's landing zone, including a large group that walked to the site Wednesday evening after being dropped off elsewhere. In recent weeks, bus drivers have dropped off migrants in nearby suburbs, including Hinsdale, Highland Park, Schiller Park, Cicero, Woodstock, Joliet, Rosemont, and more. And what officials with the city of Chicago believe is an effort to skirt the recently adopted bus safety ordinance and any repercussions that come with it, including hefty fines. Chicago's Office of Emergency Management and Communications, OEMC, said that it continues to see a surge of new arrivals reaching the city by metro trains and other means. According to city officials, there is no insight on where migrants will be headed until OEMC, again, that's Chicago's Office of Emergency Management and Communications, or Chicago police are contacted by officials and municipalities where the drop-offs happen. Again, they don't know where these migrants are going to end up until somebody calls them. Isn't that insane? At that time, local emergency managers, fire chiefs, or law enforcement personnel have been typically alerting Chicago officials of the means they are taking to get migrants heading into the city and subsequently the landing zone. The village of Palatine is the latest suburb to report the arrival of a migrant bus. According to the Palatine Police Department, just before 2 p.m. Wednesday, Palatine officers were called to the 100 block of West Wood Street for a report of a bus from Texas that was dropping off around 40 people at the Palatine Metro station. Officers reportedly saw people getting off the bus, but with the help of the driver, got all passengers back on board. Police said that the driver of the bus was provided with the address for the designated landing zone in Chicago and then escorted out of the village limits by officers. As of late Wednesday, an OEMC spokesperson said no buses had arrived at the city's landing zone that day. The state of Illinois is updating progress on the 220-person shelter that remains still under renovation in Little Village at the site of a former CVS. Contractors are working to open the Little Village shelter later this month. Hundreds of migrants entered Chicago after being flown to Rockford from San Antonio. According to DuPage County board members, 72 buses have dropped off nearly 3,000 migrants in more than a dozen communities since mid-December. All indications are that many new arrivals continue to make their way to Chicago. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have been paying attention to what's been happening, but a lot of people are upset with this. That's because people in Chicago feel as though that they're not even receiving the resources that they should be receiving, and they live here. They were born and raised here, and more. And this is such a hard and sticky situation because personally, these migrants, I believe some of them don't even know what is going on. And they're just trying to seek asylum, and they're just trying to be safe, and they're just trying to stay out of harm's way. While there are people who are busting them over here, are using them as a political pawn. I mean, you heard about what Governor George Abbott did from Texas. Come on now. Come on. I mean, it's really hard when you're put in a space where, Governor of Texas Greg Abbott. I always confuse the name. Sorry. Governor of Texas Greg Abbott. It's really hard when you're put up against the wall where you're trying to govern or manage an entire city or state, and then all this stuff happens as well. I mean, I personally believe that they could do so much more for the homeless here. They could do so much more for the people that are already here. And we're talking about that place that used to be a CVS. There are so many other buildings that aren't even being used. They could be used as shelters. They could be used as housing and more. And this is an all-around terrible situation. I think we need to remember that everybody is human still at the end of the day. People make mistakes. Some people are evil. Some people are dumb. And there's a lot of innocent humans who are being placed in these situations against their will or not even knowing what's happening because they're being promised safety, security, and asylum. And it sucks. This is a really sucky situation. And I hope it goes well for everybody. And I can see both sides of the coin. Get them out of here. We have too much going on in our city already. Help us out. We've been here asking for help. And the other side of the coin of it's like, no, they're human. They're people. They deserve welcoming. They deserve love. They deserve to be safe. I get it. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. So please, just be kind. Please be kind to one another. Please. That's all I ask. All right, in crazy Las Vegas news, per the Neighborhood Talk, a Vegas judge was attacked in her own courtroom by a defendant on Wednesday. The 30-year-old man, Deborah Redden, also a 3-time felon, was in court for sentencing after being charged with attempted battery with substantial bodily harm. Leading up to the attack, Redden's attorney requested that Judge Mary Kay Holthus sentence his client to probation, to which she responded, quote, "I think it's time to get a taste of something else," end quote. Y'all, if y'all didn't see that video, her saying that set that man off, and he said, F this B word, and shortly after, Redden can be seen running, then jumping over the court bench to grab the judge by her hair and try to attack her. Clark County District Attorney Steve Wolfson issued a statement updating everyone that the judge is fine. Quote, "Thank God for the heroic efforts of those who came to her aid, especially her marshal and her law clerk. Without them, the situation would have been much worse, as the defendant exhibited extremely violent behavior, and I'm confident there'll be more consequences," end quote. I want you guys to take a listen to the commotion that happened in this courtroom.
It's time that he gets a taste of something else, because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court... Hey!
Get off her. Oh, man. You're good. Stop. Don't do this.
Please.
Hey, where's Mary Kay? Is she okay?
Talk about insane. Insane. Wow. I do not condone any of what happened. I don't condone violence. I took a little pause because I feel like there's some times where it's like a little mink may be appropriate, but especially not in this situation. Absolutely not. And it's like, dude, you, no wonder you're being sentenced so harshly. No wonder. She said no. I want better for my people. It was an African-American man. I want better. Don't try to be going out here saying this is how we all act, because it's not true. But I want better for us. I really, really, really do. Because that was so unnecessary, so uncalled for. I'm praying for her. Hope that she, recovers. And it's such a horrible situation. And if you didn't see the video, go check it out, because you had him leaping over just like Natural Radiant said, he is going to go under the jail, because that man leapt like no one have ever leapt before. And that man leaped so hard over the counter. I mean, that man could have been in the Olympics high jump. Somebody made a joke and said that there was a trampoline under that he jumped on to get over that, because, to get over that bench. Because I'm going to tell you this, it was a sight. It was a leap. And I don't condone that. He deserves what he's going to get. He's going to get sentenced more, and so on and so forth. I want better for us. All right, we're going to take a quick break, because that was been going viral. And I got to say this, not just my people, but everybody, especially with social media nowadays, can't take none serious. So now there's a bunch of memes about it. And it's like, you don't want to laugh because an innocent older woman got harmed. But these memes are kind of funny though. Look, I'm not the person in the studio laughing. I'm not laughing at her. I'm not. And it sucked. And I'm so frustrated and angered that happened to her. Because it's like, dude, do better. You really thought that she was going to give you probation, and you act like that? Why do you think she didn't give you probation? Because she probably knew. But again, y'all, go to these platforms, look at the memes. All right, y'all, taking a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have a conversation about shooting your shot. Yes, shooting your shot. I have to tell somebody who will remain nameless, who will remain nameless what shooting your shot is. And they're like, huh, what's that? So I can't wait to talk about this. Stick around, y'all. It's the Jaime Dee Show.
Ever take your car through the auto emissions lane only to experience the sinking feeling that your car has failed the test? Don't fret. Let Meineke at 376 Sundown in South Elgin fix the problem for you. Meineke's mechanics will determine the exact problem with your vehicle and suggest necessary repairs with Meineke's diagnostic service. Pass that test with help from the trained Meineke technicians. Call today for your appointment. 847-888-9644. That's 847-888-9644.
WRMN has proudly served the Fox River Valley for over 70 years. We're located at 14 Douglas Avenue in downtown Elgin. Right next to Studio 14 is our store known as the Redemption Center. You are always invited to stop by and see us to live large for less. The Redemption Center is the place to pick up your on-air orders, shop for certificates, and grab some brochures to learn about what we have to offer. Our Redemption Center phone number is 847-741-7700.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live in the Elgin/Chicagoland area at WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST. Yes, we're also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. That's TheJaimeDeeshow. Yes. All right, if you're just now tuning in, went over some daily news. Now we're having a conversation about shooting your shot. Y'all, let me tell you something. I'm a firm believer in shooting your shot. Not because I'm a man, not because I'm 6'3", and not because that's what the world tells me I'm quote-unquote supposed to do. But because I truly believe in closed mouths don't get fed, and you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If you don't know what shooting your shot means, because there are a lot of people who don't, that means having the courage to flirt with someone and seeing if they're interested in you. Hence, shooting your shot, making the first move. Shoot, making any move, really. Urban Dictionary says the definition of shooting your shot is, quote, to let go of your pride and pursue someone you are interested in, end quote. And I'm all here for it. You literally never know what could happen, so you might as well shoot your shot. The chances could be in your favor. I personally have no problem shooting my shot, and again, I'm all for it. But I'm only speaking for myself when I say it gets so tiring when you feel like you're always the only one shooting your shot. I know I'm attractive, a great person, a catch, and worth the attention, but there's two things that I've been told that stops people from shooting their shot with me, and it just bothers me. I've been told they either think I'm mean because of my looks and height, which I think is dumb because I'm legit so nice, or when they see me interacting with other people, they think I'm out of their league. Again, these are two statements that I've been told, unfortunately, all of my life. It's extremely frustrating because you want people to feel like they can shoot their shot with you because, hey, please, please, but they don't because of dumb reasons. Then when somebody finally does, majority of the times, it's not the person you want, and that's even more frustrating. Like, no, I wanted the person over there to shoot their shot, not you. I wasn't looking at you. I just looked at you on accident. That's why I'm so big on telling everybody to shoot their shot. Because, man, confidence, self-esteem, and security in oneself is so low right now, and I blame social media. Social media has everyone thinking that they have to be something other than themselves, or every little thing about their body, their face, and everything else that's attached to them is horrible, ugly, deformed, and more. Shoot, even their personality they feel that way about. And this lack of confidence and self-esteem stops people from going after a lot of things. I personally want someone with confidence. So sometimes I'll personally tell myself, don't go shoot your shot. They've been staring at you this entire time and making it obvious they want you. And you've been doing the same by returning the same gestures, but they have yet to shoot their shot. So leave them alone. I have to tell myself that because I want somebody to come up to me for once. If they aren't confident enough to bag you, leave them where they belong. I really push myself to do that sometimes because I deserve to be pursued too. And I'm going to be honest. When I do it and the person never comes, I end up so upset. Like when I tell myself, don't do it, they're looking at you, you be confident in your space and let them gravitate to you and talk to you. And when they don't, I'll be so upset. Ooh, like dang, I really wanted that person to talk to me. I should have just shot my shot. And now I regret my actions. However, I have to realize that I don't have to be in control of everything. I don't have to always be the one shooting my shot. And if a person couldn't hype themselves up enough to approach me after I've made myself approachable, like what do you want me to do? Put up a sign that says, please come talk to me? I'm not doing that. So if you're not gonna be confident enough to approach me, then you're not the person for me. So again, this is me saying, people, it's 2024. Please start shooting your shot. Stop always waiting for the next person. We, the people, are tired. I understand that I said earlier that sometimes people who shoot their shot with me sometimes aren't the people I want. But let me tell you this. Confidence goes a long way. And I may not have initially wanted you, but the mind is a wonderful thing that can always be changed. Let me tell you this. Some people who shot their shot, and I was like, hold on, wait. Okay, we make it work with this. I'm just saying. So shoot your shot anyway. Some people, AKA me, are tired of always being the person to have to shoot their shot. Work on your self-confidence and self-worth. See a therapist. Talk to your best friends and get advice. Listen to motivational videos and start shooting your shot. You'd probably be so much happier if you just shot your shot, but you never know because you never know what could have happened because you're being too much of a scaredy cat. Let's call a spade a spade. I also want people to understand that practicing shooting your shot is not only going to help you with your dating life, but also with all other parts of your life as well that will need you to take initiative. You'll feel like you're able to apply for that job, post that content on social media, send that text, speak your mind in the face of adversity, stand your ground when challenged, and more. Shooting your shot is a great transferable skill. I'm going to say it again. Shooting your shot is a great transferable skill. Jaime Dee said it. Start doing it. Now, if after all that you're still confused on how to shoot your shot, after I said it 1,000 times now, take a listen to what Renee Ariel had to say on YouTube via the account Shared News on how to shoot your shot. Then let's discuss if you find shooting your shot hard. If it's easy to you to, then let's discuss if you find shooting your shot hard, if it's easy for you to do, and a time you shot your shot and it was a great decision. The number to call in is 847-931-1410. Again, 847-931-1410. Or if you can't call in, continue to comment live on the streaming platforms. Take a listen.
Today we're breaking down the best ways to shoot your shot. Have you ever been hanging out alone in your apartment because you're alone in life with no one to cuddle with, thinking about that crush you have and wondering, how can I let them know I like them in a bold way? Good news, you've come to the right place because today we are talking about how to shoot your shot. To be clear, when I say how to shoot your shot, I'm not talking about any sports of any kind. Though the phrase does seem to have originated from the basketball term because you shoot basketballs. Anyway, you may be familiar with the quote, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, which is true in sports and dating. So sometimes you just have to take the risk. According to Urban Dictionary, to shoot your shot is to let go of your pride and pursue someone you are interested in. Sounds simple enough, right? Now, there are many ways to shoot your shot. For starters, you can either do it in person or via social media. If you're in person, shooting your shot could simply mean walking up to someone, tapping them on the shoulder and telling them you think they're cute. Or you could, be on live television and ask them out for a drink like Hannah Brown did with Tyler C on After the Final Rose.
You're an incredible guy, and I'm a single girl. So I don't know. I just thought maybe we could go for a drink and just hang out.
I mean, come on, that was bold. I give Hannah major props for having the nerve to do that. But if you aren't feeling as bold as Hannah, have no fear, because thanks to social media, there are much less scary ways of shooting your shot with someone, where you don't even have to do it to their face. Which brings us to sliding into DMs on Instagram. Instagram, it's a beautiful place to share your life through photos, watch Kylie Jenner lip sync to popular songs in her car, and find a husband or wife. But how do you do it? Well, from what I gathered through my intense research before this video, you should first test out the waters a little before going all in. What I mean by this is, start with the 2 likes method. I made that name up. The 2 likes method requires 2 simple steps. Basically, you follow the guy or girl you want to shoot your shot with, and then you like 2 of their photos. But not just any 2 photos. Definitely not the 2 most recently posted. You want to pick 2 photos that show you did a little creeping. I mean, don't go crazy and like a photo from 2012, but maybe a selfie from last month. You feel me? Anyways, once you do that, see if they reciprocate. And if they do, great. If they don't, I mean, you can still move to the shooting your shot portion of the plan, but just know it's a higher risk factor at that point. To officially shoot your shot, I mean, the possibilities are endless. You are just going to send them a DM of some sort. After watching a few videos and reading a few blogs on the best strategies, here are my top 3 approaches. Number 1, respond to one of their Instagram stories. You can respond with a simple fire emoji in reaction to their mirror selfie. If they show their dog, you can tell them how cute you think it is, or even ask about that restaurant they took pictures of their food at. Anything to get the ball rolling. Number 2, send them a cute little pickup line. For example, there was that one screenshot that went viral of that guy who sent a dog emoji and then wrote, quote, "Max, get back here. My bad, LOL. He just be running off sometimes. But what's up though?" I mean, that was fun. It's definitely too viral to use at this point, but you get the idea. And lastly, number 3, just be straightforward. Tell them you think they're cute or just introduce yourself. Honestly, if they're interested, they'll most likely reply no matter what you say. And if they don't, so there are some ideas, but you guys, at the end of the day, shooting your shot is all about swallowing your pride and making a bold move to see what happens. Because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And on that note, those are all my tips on how to shoot your shot with someone. Now go out there and make those shots. Also, make sure to share this video with a friend so they can find true love too. And then tell me down in the comments, have you guys ever shot your shot and what happened? Let's talk about it. Once you're done with that, click right over here for a new video, and of course,
Y'all, I hope that you enjoy what Renee Ariel had to say. Shoot your shot. Stop being scared. Please, for the love of God, get some confidence. Have your own personality. Stop worrying about social media. Go out there and be you. All right, guys, this has been the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live in the Elgin/Chicagoland area on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST. If you want to promote your business, products, services, music, or more on a live radio show, hit us up at info@jamiedee.com. Also, stick around, y'all, because tomorrow I'm going to have a really big celebrity on the show. Oh, yeah, and if you haven't heard of him, you will get to know about him tomorrow. This man be around all the celebrities, be at every award show, be it everywhere, and he loves being on the boat. I'm going to tell him that tomorrow when he comes in. This man loves being on a boat, and he's actually in Chicago. His name is Hurricane. He's an entertainment manager and movie producer, owner of Born Legend Management. Hey, stick around. It's going to be a really good interview tomorrow. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Peace out. Be safe. Again, TGI Fridays tonight. Sean Berg, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. All right. Bye, y'all.